Organic sulfur is an amazing mineral supplement that can provide tremendous relief from the symptoms associated with inflammatory conditions such as arthritis or fibromyalgia. It does so by breaking up calcified deposits in the joints. It flushes toxic waste from the cells, reducing overall pressure and reducing overall inflammation in the body. Although it can provide tremendous relief in this way as an internal supplement, you can also use it topically to help repair damaged tissue externally on the skin, to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, reduce scar tissue and stretch marks. I myself have been using it to try and avoid getting any more stretch marks from my third baby. Now you can do so by blending the MSM into existing creams, or you can also make your own MSM skin cream with a couple basic ingredients. I'm going to show you how to do that today. Now here are the basic ingredients and tools that you're going to need for your own do-it-yourself beauty cream. You're obviously going to need your Happy Body 99.98% pure MSM crystals. You're going to need a base. Now, although you can use your own existing skin cream, if it's not water soluble, it's going to be a little bit difficult to emulsify the MSM crystals into it. I prefer to use aloe butter because it's safe, non-toxic. Anything you want to put on you're going to be putting on your skin, you want to be safe to ingest. Our skin is our largest organ, and anything we put onto it, we absorb directly into our bloodstream. I prefer aloe butter because it does have the aloe in there, which is a water-soluble base, which allows you to emulsify the MSM water-soluble crystals into it without too much trouble. You're also going to need a coffee grinder to help grind down the MSM crystals into a finer powder. You'll need a 1 teaspoon measuring spoon to measure out your MSM crystals, half cup measuring cup to measure out your organic aloe butter, and a little dish to mix it in. It's optional, but I always like to add some essential oils into my beauty cream. My preference is frankincense and lavender because they're great for the skin, but it really is up to you what you choose. Now, the procedure for making your MSM skin cream is quite basic. The ratio is typically a few teaspoons of the MSM crystals ground down into a powder for every 100 to 125 milliliters of your base. So you're just going to want to take a couple teaspoons of these. Some people use 2, some people use 3. It really depends on the potency of the cream that you wish to achieve. I just use 2 and give it a quick whiz. Now, the crystals ground like this is a great way to dissolve it into water or food if you prefer to have your MSM crystals dissolved instead of taking them as whole crystals as an internal supplement. It's also great to use this to stir into your animal's water dish or their food. Easier way to dissolve it than in the whole crystal format. Now, I did forget to mention just a tablespoon or some sort of spoon to get a little bit of water, hot water, to dissolve your MSM crystals into, to make it a little bit easier to emulsify into your base. And you're going to need a vessel to store it in and something to stir the MSM into the base with. Now, you can dissolve your MSM crystal, ground crystals into your base just like this. It's not going to emulsify completely. The crystals will still be a little bit grainy, and that's okay. My last batch was a little bit grainy, and I just found that if I put the cream on my skin, it was a little bit grainy. I just used a little bit of water on my fingertips and rubbed it into the skin, and it helped to blend in those grainy crystals really, really quickly. I found that if you dissolve the crystals first into a little bit of water and then emulsify it, then your cream is much smoother. So I just use a little bit of hot water from the tap. Just a tablespoon or 2. And I use my fingers to dissolve. I find that the energy that comes off my fingers really helps to dissolve the crystals a lot faster than if I just use a spoon. And you'll see that the crystals, there's a little bit of the larger crystals residually in the bottom, but for the most part, it dissolves quite well. And then I'll just take a couple teaspoons of this right into the base. And I use my stir stick to dissolve it. You can use a spoon. I just find that using a chopstick or a stir stick like this just helps to keep it a little less messy. And you'll notice that the aloe base is quite runny right now. It's a little bit warm in my house, and coconut oil and aloe, when they are at room temperature, go really, really runny. So if you like your cream to be a little bit harder, then you just pop it in the fridge. At this stage, you can just use the cream as is. Really great for stretch marks, scar tissue, or just generally rejuvenating and keeping a youthful glow to the skin. But I like to bump it up a notch by using some essential oils. I'm a huge proponent of Young Living essential oils. You always want to make sure that what you're putting on your skin, like I said before, is of the highest quality, because we do absorb everything that we put on our skin. I just love the scent of frankincense and lavender together. You want to use about 6 to 8 drops of each in the cream. And give it another quick stir. And you'll see it emulsifies really, really well. And there you have it, your own homemade MSM skin cream. Pour it into your little vessel. And like I said, pop it in the fridge if you want to harden it up. And you have just made your own MSM skin cream.